Love is a mystery that defies logic. At times it is sweet, at others cruel. Anyone who has truly loved knows that love can bring endless joy, but it can also leave behind confusion and pain. Imagine being deeply connected to someone, feeling their presence as a constant, and then suddenly, they begin to ignore you. No arguments, no warning signs, just silence and distance. Most people see this as disinterest, a signal that love has ended. But what if the truth was the opposite? What if ignoring wasn't rejection, but a deeper hidden expression of love? Carl Jung, one of the most profound explorers of the human mind, left us with timeless insights to help understand these emotional dynamics. Today we'll explore the hidden side of love, the part that lives in the shadows of the unconscious, the part that can cause someone to pull away, just when the connection becomes most intense. Get ready to discover a truth, one that might forever change the way you understand love. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the Mental Dose channel and join our Telegram for more videos on personal and spiritual growth. And now, let's begin. Love is not just a surface-level emotion, nor simply an exchange of affection between two people. It's a complex force with deep psychological roots. It lives not just in the conscious mind, but also in the unconscious, that hidden inner world where old wounds, buried fears, and repressed emotions quietly gather. We think we know what we want in love, but often it's the unconscious that shapes our choices, fuels our fears, and unknowingly sabotages our relationships. When we truly love someone, something intense happens. They become a mirror, a reflection of both our dreams and our hidden scars. Through love, we don't just see what we desire, we also see what frightens us. And not everyone is ready to look in that mirror. Some begin to see old insecurities rise to the surface, parts of themselves they believe were healed, but now feel exposed. And in that moment, a silent defense is triggered, detachment, not because love isn't real, but because it's too real, too overwhelming, too raw. When love exposes our deepest vulnerabilities, some choose to disappear rather than face themselves. The idea that love is always a safe haven is sadly an illusion. Love can bring peace, but it can also shake us to the core. It can awaken insecurities long buried, and bring past trauma roaring back. Every time we form a real connection, the unconscious is stirred and defense mechanisms begin to surface. To be loved truly means to be seen, without masks, without filters, and not everyone can handle that. Those who faced abandonment may struggle to trust, those hurt in the past may fear love itself, and those who've always needed control might find this raw emotion terrifying. Jung taught that what we avoid within doesn't disappear, it leaks into our relationships. When someone feels too vulnerable in love, they may unconsciously create distance, not because they want to, but because their unconscious is pulling the strings. From the outside, it makes no sense. Why would someone who loves you ignore you? Ignore you? The answer lies in the inner war they're fighting. Love is a powerful force, and like all powerful things, it can destabilize us. People often crave emotional closeness, yet also fear it deeply. They may long for connection, but dread the loss of control it brings. So they act in contradictions. One moment warm, the next withdrawn. They say they want closeness, but run from confrontation. This is the internal conflict, the yearning for intimacy versus the fear of being too exposed. And when the bond becomes too intense, their unconscious pushes them to take space, to detach, to ignore, not by choice, but by reflex, a self-defense rooted deep in the psyche. If someone who loves you starts ignoring you, you might think you've done something wrong, but most often it has nothing to do with you. It's about what's happening inside them. Don't take it personally. Distance doesn't always mean disinterest. Sometimes it's a sign of inner struggle. And the worst thing you can do in this moment is chase or pressure, because fear resists force. True love isn't about control. It's about allowing the other to face their shadows without making them feel suffocated. And here's where things get more complex. Sometimes distance is a test, not a conscious one, but an emotional one. They may be trying to see if the bond can survive silence, if it's real without constant proof. This may seem unfair, but it's often instinctive for those afraid of vulnerability. Yet those who use distance to test love aren't always ready to love deeply. True love doesn't need tests, it needs presence, trust. Some who leave may return, but will they return with new eyes, with the maturity that love truly demands? Only time action will answer. Because love isn't measured by constant contact, but by the courage to face fear and still choose connection. Some will need time, some will drift away. But what's real always finds a way back. If someone pulls away, don't try to hold them with fear. Let go. If it's true, it will return, and if not, that distance wasn't a loss. It was a lesson, a test of your own strength, a doorway to your own awakening. Real love isn't about holding on at all costs. It's about the growth it brings to both souls involved. Sometimes people enter our lives not to stay, but to reveal something we hadn't yet seen. And sometimes it is their absence that teaches us the most. Their silence may awaken a part of you that you didn't know existed, and though it hurts, it might just lead to your deepest growth. Because love isn't just the desire to be with someone, it's the mirror that reflects who you truly are becoming. And remember, even those who walk away often don't know why. They're not running from you, but from a version of themselves they aren't ready to face. Carl Jung called this the power of projection. We project our wounds onto others, and sometimes run when they reflect too much. Their absence is not your failure, it's their inner conflict playing out in silence. So don't chase, don't demand closure. The real question isn't why they left, but whether they're capable of returning with awareness. Only those who heal return ready, because love, when true, has no need to be forced. It finds its way, gently, honestly, inevitably. And what about you? Have you ever felt love slipping away, just when it felt most intense? Tell us in the comments, because real love isn't a chain, it's a path. Sometimes it moves closer, sometimes it moves closer, sometimes it steps back. And often those who ignore us aren't running from us, but from what our love awakens within them. If it's real, they'll find